Okay, it's going to be that even though you're still meeting new people, the business doesn't just fly through the door. Having cheaper prices doesn't have people flying through the door. And I've always been okay with my staff. I've never had a problem with that. It's not really difficult. You just got to be nice. And I pay all my taxes. I follow all the rules. And I pay all the taxes, so I make sure that all of that is covered. And
you probably pay yourself last.
Exactly. And that's where it became a huge problem later on, is because when I was applying for a loan at a specific time, that would have helped. Wow, people told me, but I didn't care because the problem actually is that I have all my accounts on accounts, all my agents on accounts. And so what happens is that they will rack up bills to about $1,000, and then I'll tell them to call. So this creates a challenge for me as well, because my accounts receivable builds up quite a bit. But I want to work with people I trust. And I get that advantage there, is that because then I see who's delaying payments. I get to see who's excited to pay me. And that's really cool as well.
Okay.
So challenges are going to be that. It's really going to be just building up the business. I'll make mistakes here and there. My designer makes mistakes here and there. Those are all okay. So it's not that hard. I mean, especially from a lot of the previous failures I had, I can say it's not that hard. Accounting, though, I hate it. I hate accounting now. I used to love accounting when it was just real estate, because I had homes and it was rental. That's easy. But I have inventory. But it's not as bad as food. I can say that much as well.
Yeah. That's the thing I love about you, Gurinder, is you see both the joy and the struggle, right?
Yeah.
But you rejoice in that, right?
Yes.
It's always just you got this infectious quality about you. It's just fun to be around.
Thank you.
And so let's say folks want to come in and have fun with their printing.
Sure.
Why not?
Exactly. They want to have
a fun experience.
They want to have a fun experience. Want to leave with their flyer and a smile. Right?
Yeah. Not like when you leave the UPS store and it's like all boring and bland, No, none of that.
That's right. So how do they find out more?
Well, I'm PostNet by the Great Mall.
Okay.
So I could give an address and all of that. But if you do, it's on Capitol Avenue, 2666 North Capitol Avenue. However, you just Google PostNet by Great Mall.
Okay, and then you've got a new website. Is that it?
Yeah, I've got 2 websites. So I've got the website So I got 3 websites in. So, so I have the website my franchise gave me, which is products. It'd be your website like a Vistaprint, where you can upload items and pay for it right then and there. The other website that I have is from promotional items. So if you want to buy promotional items, pens, and all of those things. And then I have my own personal website where I speak at conferences. That's zeroconf.io. That's where I'll be posting this video. And I've got a bunch of other videos out there in the Bitcoin space, but don't get involved in any of that stuff, okay? Get away from that. There's got to be a major crash that needs to happen. So anyways, so that's my viewpoints on all of those things, and that's my personal website, because I speak at a lot of conferences. I've taught engineers, people that are a lot smarter than me, and a lot of different things.
Okay, great. Well, good. So we'll post that up. Elvin will put that website up.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you for having me.
Close. Yeah. How exciting.
I'm looking forward to the party later on.
Hey, Gurinder, it's been great having you. And,
Thank you.
There's a lot more that folks can find out about you as well, because I know you're a very talented person. You mentioned things like Bitcoin and blockchain and all sorts of other things that I know that you're an expert in.
Right.
So if folks want to check that out, they got to come into the store to see you.
Yeah, and I don't want to do any emails. I don't check my emails anymore. My designer reads my emails, and then I only pick up my business phone. My personal phone I don't pick up anymore. And so I really love it when people show up at the shop, because it's a surprise. That bell rings. Who is it?
All right, great. Well, we'll look forward to dropping in and seeing you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Valley Homes on TV. I'm Debbie Indahar Giordano, along with Todd Flesner, and we're here to do a wrap-up for the month of December. we can talk about what's been going on recently. But the big news today is that the feds did not increase the interest rates.
That's correct. Yeah,
How-
Federal
how-
Reserve.
Let's talk about that.
Sure. Well, Federal Reserve Board, they meet every 6 to 8 weeks or so, and they set economic policy. And a lot of what they utilize are interest rates, short-term interest rates, known as the Fed discount rate. And so here in 2019, we've actually seen them decrease rates several times. We've dropped about 0.75% over the course of the year. So our last meeting here in 2019, they said we're going to just kind of stand pat here for a little bit and watch the numbers.
Was that expected or not expected?
No, that was pretty much expected. I think the chances going into today of the Fed making any changes in interest rate policy were zero.
Okay. And the stock market rebounded as a result of that too. So it's been kind of interesting. What's been going on.
The Fed really what they're looking at now. We have very, very low unemployment, right? So we're practically at full employment. But one of the key metrics for the Federal Reserve Board is inflation, right? And 2% has been their number here for a number of years. And inflation rates have been under 2%. And so as long as we're under that target of 2%, they feel like we have a healthy economy. Our GDP growth has been 1.5% to 2%, so moderate to not overheated. And so they're just trying to keep a nice balancing act with that. We had talked earlier this year, there was some of this inversion of the yield curve where long-term rates and short-term rates, and we're looking at the economy slowing down potentially. And it seems like the impact that the Fed had in terms of decreasing rates here over the course of the year has just kept the economy floating along at an even keel.
Well, and that's kind of the national scene. And then you look at what's happening locally. I went to a stats meeting today, Richard Calhoun does every month, and we talked about the surge of the employment here in the valley. It's huge. And San Jose Mercury News just on November 16th said very hot economy fuels job surge. So that I think that alone is going to press so much demand on our current supply on housing that I do think that we're going to see another price increase coming up pretty soon. It's predicted. We've had inventory has been pretty steady state, but it's the lowest it's been for quite a few years, even at this time of year. I think Milpitas has got 11 homes for sale as of yesterday in Milpitas, so that's very, very low,
That is very low.
even for this time of year. But I can share with you, Todd, what's happened just over 1 year with pricing. So looking at November 2018, the average single-family home price was $1,053,000, and now last month it was $1,025,000. So it sort of went up in the beginning of the year, and then things leveled off and went down. So we haven't had any year-over-year increases. And the condo market a year ago had $971,000 for the average price, and it's now dropped last month to $842,000. So they're seeing a little bit of adjustment there, probably because the supply is high for the condo side. The single-family home supply side is very, very low.
Okay, so if we were to recap that, so 2019 really has been a moderation then in prices.
I'd say so. Although they've talked about an increase, I think the $2 million plus home market has definitely slowed down.
Okay.
So you have to look at the starter home. What is affordable? And Milpitas remains still very affordable for the entry-level buyer. Great schools, BART coming in, you get the Milpitas Transit Center, and then the amenities that the city provides. So it makes it a very good entry level for the 1 million to 1.2 million. So we haven't seen too much of a change there. I'm predicting that in this coming year, I think we're going to see a change. It's
okay. We will watch that.
We'll watch it. I predict another $100,000 in price appreciation.
And I wouldn't be too surprised again with the demand and
Exactly.
and jobs really pushing that. with low inflation, low interest rates.
And Milpitas is so central in terms of commuting and getting out to the job centers. So it's a great community.
It's a great place to be.
Great place to be. I know you and I love it. We've been here a long time. So let's see, if folks have any questions, where can they get hold of you?
T. Flesner at opusadvisors.com would be a great way to do that. And for yourself?
And myself, Giordano DJ at AOL.com.
Terrific. Well, we're glad that folks have tuned in.
And happy holidays if this gets out before the Christmas, and we look forward to 2020, huh?
Looking forward to the
Yeah.
new year.
New year. Thank you.